Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. In today's video, I thought we could have a closer look at the fishing changes coming to the PTR, and discuss my theories on a few things and why they may be important to know before the PTR actually goes live. So, let's just get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the changes to bait. Right now in New World, if you're a fishing enthusiast, you will know that you burn through a ton of bait, but bait has never really been something we think about because it's so easy to farm. This is because the best luck baits are firefly bait and glowworm bait, and these are both very easily gathered while you run around. So bait has never been something that we attach much value to, or really even think about. However, when reading these new lines in the PTR notes, I think things are about to change. So, they've changed the effect of all bait, and baits now only affect rarity, so the size bait's out. They rebalance the usability of all baits, some now are only effective at certain times of day. So they're making some of the baits for day and some of the baits for night, just like the perks on the fishing rods. Also, they reduce the crafting cost of the bread, cheese, meat, and fish baits. I think these lines give us huge clues as to what they're changing and how it will affect things. First, I think the salvage baits are soon to become the top tier baits after the PTR and when this goes live. Currently, Firefly and Glowworm are 8,500 additional fishing luck, but with this patch, I think it will be more like this. The eel, oyster, clam, and snail will be 8,500 luck, and the best bait. And the Firefly, woodlouse, glowworm, and nightcrawler will be bumped down to 6,500 or maybe 7,000 or something like that. Then you will have the crafted baits be super low, like 4,000 or 4,500. This makes more sense than the system now, to be honest. If you think about the changes they listed, it really looks this way. Making the crafted baits cheaper to craft would indicate that they will now be less effective, and taking away the size bait means you will need to shift around all of the baits if they are now only to give luck. So the natural thing would be to make the bait that is the most difficult to acquire now be the best, i.e. the salvage bait. I think this will change things significantly if it rolls out this way, because if you're a legendary fisherman, you will only want the top tier bait, so that you can catch the legendaries consistently, which means this stuff will grow in demand, surpassing the supply very quickly, and the price will rise. Why this is important right now is simple. There is little to no demand for it currently, because frankly, no one knows what exactly will happen. Even I am just speculating really. But it is my belief, and a safe gamble here, to buy as much as you can while it's under 0.25 coin per and store it away. And I mean the salvage bait. Your investment is little to nothing. But if I'm right, the payoff in the short term will be huge. I also believe this change is going to cause many more people to fish. And making coin from fishing is about to become a ton easier and more popular. Which will not only be great, but also again, increase the bait values we just talked about. Now, why do I think this? Well, currently there are little to no places to catch the most valuable fish, and the supply in this case is not the deciding factor in the value. Even if they had more spawns, the value would remain high, and that's due to what they're used for. For example, albenajas are super valuable because they are used to craft plus 40 dex food, and new fish, another huge example, is used to make plus 40 strength food. These currently are super rare because there is really no 3-star hotspots to farm them, and no one wants to random cast fish for them, wasting time. But with this change, legendary fish also now have new home territories. And more so, there's now a small chance to catch any legendary in any zone. This will change everything. Being able to have a chance to catch a legendary fish in any 3-star hotspot will make fishing a ton more profitable in a more consistent way if done correctly. So, many more will be doing it. Which of course, as I said, will increase the demand on the salvage bait once again, driving it up in price. Which is why I say, buy some now. It's a risk investment, but a pretty safe one. Also, they're adding additional spawn locations for sturgeon, which is huge, increasing the potential farming locations for roe, and roe is just printing coin. So this will be a big money maker, at least for a time after this goes live, with them adding sturgeon to the saltwater spawns as well as the fresh where they currently are. I'm also pretty excited to see what exactly a rare fat salmon is. Hopefully something cool and not just a big salmon giving more meat, but we'll have to see on that one. It might be a good idea to stock up on legendary bait before this goes live as well, just in case they're amazing. If you didn't know, legendary bait is salvaged from the new legendary fish found in Brimstone Sands, as you can see here on screen. I'm not even going to try to pronounce its name. So overall, I think these changes to fishing are pretty good. Not quite enough to call it fixed, but it's definitely better. The only thing I would say is, before they started reworking baits, moving fish around, changing how and where legendary spawn, all this stuff that they've done, maybe they should also address all of the legendary fish with zero purpose. No recipes other than hearty meals, or the ability to use them and mount them to hang on your walls. They also need to rework the contents of chests, but that's a whole nother thing that they said is coming. Another thing the game could also use is a rework to most of the green and white fish, because most now are completely junk and serve little to no purpose. Simply making everything a potion component is kinda lazy in my opinion, unless you're making it a unique potion component that can't be replaced by a region that you can farm from any plant every 2 inches on the map. Now, I'm not trying to sound negative at all. I just want the amazing fishing system in this game, which I love, to have a purpose in the game so that more people will do it. But like I said, this is a start, and a good start, but they need to keep going. Once people try it and start to see how profitable these changes actually make the skill, I think we will see many more people fishing regularly. It may even surpass many of the other farming methods for top coin generation. I will most definitely be getting on this PTR when it goes live and testing all this stuff out, posting where and what fish have moved, and all that sort of stuff, so stay tuned for that. The main reason though I wanted to talk about this today is to tell you to go buy some eel, clam, oyster, and snail bait now while it's cheap, and put it away until the changes drop. I don't think you will regret it in the long run. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.